Dude.
Howdy, my name is Yessica León and this is my Math 1350 Base 10 block project. I decided to go with some house projects just because sometimes students do not have access to Base 10 blocks. Those sets usually stay in school, so I wanted to get some projects that they might find around the houses to make it easier for them to have extra practice and then to also be more economic in the classroom. So to start off as my units, I went ahead and bought a 6-pack of 1-ounce raisins, and so that cost me $3.27 for a pack, and there's approximately like 50 raisins inside each box, so you'll have more than enough to go around for the room. For my longs, I went ahead and bought some Q-tips. This is just a 170 pack one and it cost me $1.97, so again we have a lot to go around with the classroom. You can even share with like neighboring teachers or anything like that. And then finally our flats, which represents 100 units. I went ahead and got some cleansing pads. These went ahead and cost $2.50, and so this is a 50 count, so again usually flats are not that common when you're adding, so you'll have more than enough to go around. And with this project we're looking at approximately $8 for a 21 student classroom, so you'd be able to stretch your buck and be able to have a manipulative that's easy for students to use. So we're going to go ahead and start. Our first question, we have 165 plus 256. I went ahead and set up the problem already, but I'm going to go ahead and count just so you can see how we would demonstrate this in class. So first we start off with how many units we have in the hundreds place. So we can see that we're going to need 1 flat, so this is right here, 6 longs, which are here, and then 5 units, which are the 5 raisins, plus 2 flats, 5 longs, and 6 units. So when you start adding, you always want to start from right to left, so we're going to start in our ones place. So if you count the raisins, well, you know that we need 10 units to be able to make 1 long, so that would be 1 group of 10. So if we line these up and we count them, we are going to see that 5 plus 6 is 11. So we're going to go ahead and substitute it, which is approximately the same length. So we're going to substitute exchange these 10 raisins, the 10 units, and now we have created 1 extra long. So we go ahead and look back, we have 1 unit remaining, which is right here, and then we went ahead and created 1 more long unit, so we have to make sure that we carry that 1. So now we're looking at the tens place. So we have 6 longs, 5 longs, plus the additional long that we just made. So if we regroup them again, we're going to be left converting again 10 longs into 1 flat. So these are approximately the same length. So we go ahead and move this over. We exchange these. So we can see that now we have 2 longs left over. So we'll go ahead and write that in here. And then we can't forget that we have this 1 flat that we also converted. So we have to carry that 1. And so now the visual, we count how many more flats are left. So we can see that here we have 4. So we have found out that 165 plus 256 is actually 421, and we can see that when we regroup everything together. We have 4 flats, 2 longs, and 1 unit. So that's basic addition. The next question that I have is division. Now this can get pretty tricky. Some students need to have these manipulatives to be able to see what's really going on in the picture, and the approach to this is a little bit different, but not that much. So I decided to go with the problem 624 divided by 4. So what we're going to do is set up our 3-digit number, which is 624. So we have 4 flats here. We're going to get 2 more. We say we have 2 longs, which are right here, and then 4 units. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna divide 624 by a group of 4. So now instead of starting from right to left, division goes from left to right. So we're going to start in our hundredths place. And what we're trying to do here is make as many groups of 4 as we can. So if we're looking at 6 here, we can go ahead and move these. We have a group of 4 right here. And then we have 2 flats left over. So first we're going to write that we made one group of 4. And now we need to convert our flats into our base 10s. And like we said before, you need 10 flats to make you need 10 longs to make a flat. So we're going to go ahead and get those 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. We're going to exchange it for one flat. So these can stay here as we move this over. And we still need to convert one more flat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I'm missing one more. So now we have converted our flats out, and now we're left with the next place value, which are our 10s. So we're going to see how many groups of 4 we can make with our 10s. So we'll start by grouping them. That's one group of 4, 2 groups of 4, 3 groups of 4, 4 groups of 4, and then we have 5 groups of 4. So we're going to go ahead and move those down so that we don't get ourselves confused. So we said that we made 5 groups of 4, so we go ahead and write that down. And then we see that we have 2 longs left over, and we're going to move over to the next unit, which are those single units. So now we need to exchange each long for the 10 units. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to go ahead and exchange these and move them over. And then we still have one more long to convert. 7, 8, 9, 10. And we're going to go ahead and move that over. So finally, we're in the units place. And remember, we're making groups of 4, so we're going to go ahead and start grouping these together. That's 4, 4, 4. Another group. Okay. Here we are. And we have seen that now if we count how many groups we have left over, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups of 4. So we go ahead and write that down. And we have just solved that 624 divided by 4 makes you 156 groups of 4. That is all. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope this helps your students learn math in a more kinetic way. Thank you.